You're nothing like Trump, right?
Two waiters came up to me tonight. Mr. Trump, we love you. I said, where are you from? Mexico. I said, that's great. I love you too. I do. I love Mexico. They're bringing drugs. They're bringing crime. They're rapists. And some, I assume, are good people. By the way, I love the Mexican people. Many Mexican people work for me. Many Mexico people I do business with. I'm talking about from all over the world, and I say that. They're coming from all over. Many bad people are coming in. You're going to have terrorists coming through the southern border. There's no question about it. I get along with the Chinese. By the way, people think I don't like China. I love China. I sold an apartment for $55 million to a Chinese gentleman.
Are you racist?
I am the least racist person that you have ever met.
He's so dumb. Please don't.
Okay, so you probably aren't that bad, but you might be surprised at just how pervasive racism is. Do any of these things seem familiar?
Julia, con permiso, I don't know how to say this, scrubbo the counter, so?
I speak English, bitch.
So if you're from Africa, why are you white?
Oh my God, Karen, you can't just ask people why they're white.
Hey, what type of Asian are you? Let me guess. You're Chinese, Japanese, Mongolian, South Korean, Mandarin, Tangerine.
You little stupid ass bitch!
Where are you from? Your English is perfect.
San Diego. We speak English there.
Oh, no, where are you from?
Well, I was born in Orange County, but I never actually lived there.
I mean before that.
Before I was born.
Yeah, like, where are your people from?
Here, that there is a correlation between the number of people who are Muslim in a country and the number of terrorist attacks. Now, I have a lot of very good friends who are Muslim, who are peace-loving, who are beautiful people, but there are fanatics. And I'd like to see freedom of speech. And Lisa, I think, we're seeing
I'd like
journalists
to see freedom of religion as well as freedom of speech. They both go hand in hand.
But we're not saying there's no freedom of religion.
Subtle racism, also known as everyday racism, covert racism, or racial microaggression, are commonplace forms of discrimination, such as being ignored, ridiculed, or treated differently. It has been normalized and embedded into daily conversation through jokes, stereotypes, and gestures. These may seem like small and inconsequential incidences, but cumulatively, their impact on an individual's mental and physical health can be dramatic and long-lasting. It is argued that because everyday racism is more widespread than overt racism, the impacts can actually be more detrimental. Discrimination has been proven to increase the risk of stress, depression, the common cold, hypertension, cardiovascular disease, and breast cancer. This is because prolonged experiences of stress can affect the immune, endocrine, reproductive, and cardiovascular systems. Stress can also impact on an individual's health, as it can lead to unhealthy coping mechanisms such as substance misuse. I'm sure we've all been guilty of covert racism. It largely operates on an unconscious level. But it is important to remember that covert racism is just as, if not more detrimental than overt racism. And it is up to all of us to take responsibility and stop it.
I am the least racist person.